Hi Key Stage 2 students, welcome to Lesson 1 of Basketball Skills. In this lesson we're going to be focusing on stationary dribbling skills. You will need a size 5 basketball for this next group of lessons. You can get one of these basketballs quite cheaply off Decathlon if you don't already have one at home. Teaching points for dribbling. Number 1, with our dribbling hand we want to spread our fingers nice and wide. Okay, it looks a little bit like a spider sitting on the ball. We don't want our palm touching the ball, we just want our fingers on the ball. So you should be able to see a little bit of air between your palm and the ball. Second, we want to be pushing down with our whole arm. We don't want a floppy wrist. We want to have a nice firm wrist, pushing down with our whole arm, a little bit like mashing potatoes. So spread your fingers wide, mash the potatoes. Your knees will need to be slightly bent with your feet nice and wide so that you're balanced. Try to keep your head up, and we're going to cushion the ball at the top of the bounce, not letting it come up higher than our belly button. So cushion the ball and push it back down. Okay, so that's stationary dribbling. We're going to do a variety of drills to get you guys practicing that skill. Each lesson we're going to introduce you to one of the rules of basketball for the focus for that lesson. Today, the rule that we're going to introduce is the double dribble rule. That means that you cannot put 2 hands on the ball when you're dribbling. Once 2 hands have gone on the ball, you must stop dribbling. So if I'm dribbling with 1 hand, I can't dribble with 2. That's double dribble. I also can't stop and start again by putting 2 hands on the ball. Okay, so make sure today when you're practicing all of these individual dribbling stationary challenges that you're not double dribbling. The first activity is going to be height variation. So we're going to start with ankle height, knee height, waist height, and then varying between the 3. Remember our teaching points: fingers spread wide, pushing down with a firm wrist with your whole arm, that mashing the potatoes action, bending your knees, keeping your head up, and not letting that ball come past your belly button. So we're going to start with waist height, then to knee height, and then ankle height. Really push the ball down hard, pushing it at the top, spread those fingers wide, back to knee height, and back to waist height. If you're finding this super easy, challenge yourself by using your less dominant hand. Remember to try and look up and not look at the ball. So waist height, knee height, and ankle height. The next height variation challenge is going to involve you changing your height. So we're going to start by standing up fairly tall, just the knees slightly bent. Then going down on 1 knee, 2 knees, sitting down with your legs crossed, and then lying down. Do a few sit-ups if you like, challenge yourself. Okay, you might want to lie on your tummy, change your position, going from low to high, and keeping that ball alive. Remember, no double dribble. Activity 2 is going to work on some offensive dribbling moves. So moves that you might use in a one-on-one situation to get yourself to change direction and move around an opponent. The first one's nice and simple. Legs nice and wide, knees slightly bent, and we're going to do a crossover. That's where you pass the ball from one hand to the other, crossing from one side of the body to the other. Okay, again, try not to look at the ball, try to keep your head up and see how wide you can bring the ball. How wide can you cross over from left to right. Once you've completed the crossover, the next one-on-one move you're going to look at is an in-out move or a windscreen wiper move. The pathway of the ball will be similar to a crossover, but you're only going to be using 1 hand. So we Again, knees bent, head up, and windscreen wiper move. Moving your arm across your body, still trying to get it nice and wide. You can vary the height, finding it easy. See if you can do them lower. And again, as always, if you're finding it too easy with your dominant hand, challenge yourself with your least dominant hand or less dominant hand. Once you've done the windscreen wiper, the third one-on-one drill we're going to look at for our stationary dribbling is a reverse dribble, or a forward and back. So we're going to move the ball forwards and backwards. We might use this in a game for a retreat dribble. We're dribbling forward and then doing a retreat and then accelerating forward again. Okay, so we're practicing moving the ball from a forward to back position. Again, trying with one hand, and if you're finding it too easy, trying with your less dominant hand. Okay guys, have fun trying those 3 one-on-one moves. See how you go. Activity 3 is an extension activity for those that really want to challenge yourselves. We're going to have a look at some more technical one-on-one moves through the legs and behind the back. Through the legs is just like a crossover, one leg slightly forward from the other, passing the ball through the legs. Behind the back, again nice and low, and dribbling the ball behind your back. Have a try of those ones. Hopefully you can do a better job of those than Miss Gates, and challenge yourselves. Have lots of fun.